What's up, everybody? Hey, so here we are. First things I'm gonna have to do is delete my old. I shouldn't have to do that. I should. Only thing I have to do is delete my old game because unfortunately with this game you cannot have two save files going at the same time, and I am on Xbox, so. But before I do that, I will show you what I'm aiming for. I just forgot what the stat total looked like. So here's my character. Fortunately, I can't be attacked here. Um, right now I am a sorcerer, but that's not what I always am. And yeah, it's gonna really make me sad to get rid of all this stuff, all the Gold Forge stuff, all the RC that I had. I don't even know if I want to do that. It's so tough because once you get rid of it, you're stuck. Like you have to do it all over again. And I don't have a drive to back up this the save file too. So here we go. But can I just go over my stuff real quick? I guess it's better if I just go into. Oh, good thing I can't really attack you.
This little I've done my share of it, even though a place. Now, will you have a look?
I don't know if I can attack him yet or not.
What'll it be then?
All right, so all the stuff, you name it, I've got it. Stacks on stacks of parry apps, stacks on stacks of tomes for warrior and fighter. Yeah, stacks of everything. Stuff for speedrun mode. All the badge of. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this at all. Oh man, I forgot you had to do this when you played through this game the first time. And there's 100 of them. Yep. What do I have? I guess those are those are the ones you have to get after you beat the dragon. 3 Worms King's rings that I had to get through 3 different playthroughs. A forgery to give away. All the journal entries to make that faster. Look at all these armor level 3s I have that I don't need. It's gonna hurt my soul to erase this entire playthrough. It really is, guys. It's going to hurt my soul. Expediting papers, the gold idol. Oh my gosh, I think that's a gold. No, that's bronze. The ring of thrift that I got. 20 wake stones just in case I ever want to go fight the Seneschal. The Seeker's token. The promissory notes. I got 4 of them. Every single in-game weapon gold forged, and some that aren't even like in-game weapons. Some that are just like weapons. Dwells in light, Grancis, Heracles. Probably the easiest weapon to gold forge actually. Oh yeah, if I restart, Angel Swiss is gonna get really hard to get again. Yeah. The more I look at things, the less I want to restart this game. Honestly, guys, the less I want to restart this game. It's so rough. It is so rough, guys. You don't understand the amount of hours and work. Like, can I see how many hours I put into this playthrough?
Now, with no dying now.
Won't tell me. I should at least tell you how many hours you put in, or something. Like, maybe not quest, maybe history? Adventure log. 51 hours. Total play time. 460 hours. How does it. Wait. I guess it means per file? But either way, yeah. 460 hours. And to get where I'm at today, I needed 8 million RC. How much damage is that? 1,000 million, 100 million damage. Maximum damage dealt to one foe, 67, 823. Core skills earned, all of them. Weapon skills learned, all of them. All of them. We didn't skip not a one. We played as every single thing. We beat weapons forged by a dragon 64. Armor forged by a dragon 100. Only used one fairy stone. Big stone shoes 38. Alright. Yeah, I guess I'll just. I don't feel as bad after going through all this. Like, I know it's going to take forever. What is going on with this? Why are these pawn names here? Quests. Oh, it just tells you when you cleared them. Okay. Enemies. 16,568. Goblins. I don't like them. Let's scroll down. I want to see how many times I've beaten the big boys. The dragon 4 times in that file. Rabbits. A lot. Dragon 109. So I've killed it more times than I've repelled it. That's ill. 33 3,300 humans. Is Diamond on this? Yeah, he is. 231 diamond runs. Arch Hydras, only 4? I got those are rookie numbers. I gotta go get those numbers up. Dire Wyverns, Dire Drakes I've killed a lot of. Dire Wyverns only a few. Dire Worms, less a little more than that. Worms are hidey. They hide all the time, so it's kind of rare to kill those. Wyverns more so, you can kill them. There's only one worm in the game, right? That's the one that's in Water Water God's altar. And then there's a couple wyverns around. Drakes are the ones you see the most of. I'm not looking forward to any of these things, guys. Okay, well, let's do it. I promised I was going to do this, so I'm going to do this. We're going to erase this file. How do I get back out? All the weapons, literally I had every single thing you can have in the game. I didn't like gold forge every single like low level weapon obviously, but basically everything you could have in the game because I played as every class at end game, including mage, which is very difficult if you don't know that already. But we'll spend some time as a mage on this file as well. Oh, wait. I'm gonna reload one more time just to show you guys my pawn. Um, just because I feel like it would be terrible to delete her and not have a. Where's the nearest? Here it is. I I'm so used to playing Elden Ring, I no longer have the muscle memory for this game. All right, here's my pawn. Right now, it looks like she's a ranger. Let's see. What is she? She's a strider. All right. Yep. She's got plenty of maxed out stuff. Her inclinations are all messed up right now, though. Probably because I wasn't using her at all. So I didn't care what her inclinations looked like. Ah, 4 stars. No, that's nice. Those aren't rookie numbers. I've had plenty of pawns where they were at 3 stars. So this is probably my best performing pawn altogether. Hold up. Take that off. And I think I followed the Madeline walkthrough to get her looking like this. I think. But yeah, there she is. There she was. Now she goes away. New game. I've completely forgotten how to play this game. The messed up part is I'm gonna like label this or title this on YouTube. A pro walks you through how to play Dragon's Dogma as I'm rusty and don't remember how to play Dragon's Dogma at all. My memory's really good though, and I've beaten this game like a dozen times. Oh my gosh, my soul. My soul. 450 something hours, man. It's all going down the drain if I press the A button. A. I can't even look at it. Oh, it even gave me a second chance. Like, yo, bro, like, nah, for real, like, we mean it. Don't give me a second chance. I'm gonna punk out. I am gonna punk out. Okay, proceed. I can only go normal, easy. Let's go easy, or normal. Excuse me. I don't think there's any downside to easy, right? I forgot. I know hard mode you get like way more. I'm about to say souls because I've just been playing Elden Ring forever, but you get way more.
How dark it's gotten. Have you a light source?
Okay, let me get right. Oh gosh, there goes my save. Um. Okay, hold up. Yeah, assign a hotkey, and I think I always had this as like up D-pad, right? And then in order to use it quickly, you like this.
I'll have a
Oop.
look around. I'll
Nope,
well
that
search
wasn't
the
it.
area. The dragon's roost is just beyond. We should hurry.
How do you use? Wait, is this right? Yeah. Okay, you have to hold both bumpers. Like I said, I forgot how to play this game. I remember that. Okay. Okay. Okay, and then blink strike. Alright. Your stamina recovers here, so it's cool. Alright. I probably won't need much. I'm gonna just have to get used to what it takes to run. Because I'm used to having to hold the B button to run.
We near our journey's end. The final station.
And then using the bumpers to attack.
It shows itself.
Oh, hi there.
It's beyond imagining. Mind the edge, master. 'Tis a troubling foe.
Come,
Careful, a goblin. Come, master.
Hey, what's up?
forge in my fire.
Here means
The
certain
next
death.
link in the endless chain.
We'll rout them in a single charge.
Alright.
Gateway to the rift. Here. Arisen. Go and touch. Watch your step.
We'll see you later in the game. Nobody knows what happened to you. What's your name?
Our kind
Morgana?
is ever ready to fight by the grace of your guidance,
The dragon
Arisen.
has said, I'll heal your wounds.
Okay. Don't let that happen.
Is our valor
I'm still trying to
worms eat? Careful,
attack
a
using
goblin.
bumpers here.
We cannot suffer the worm to work any further atrocities.
Formidable foe.
I'm trying to lock on.
In a single charge. With a whole
Oh man, this muscle memory is terrible.
Even in numbers, a weakling is a
Okay, I can't roll. That's right. Oh, okay. I just tried the heavy attack.
He's far stronger than a common goblin.
Oh gosh,
We'll rout them in a single charge.
this is way different. Because your body is your body in this game. It just is. So there's no like
Feel it close by.
locking on or any of that. It's just you position yourself and you move as you move.
Survivors.
Come, master.
Look, I forgot how to run. Give me a second. Alright? Hold up. Where we at? Okay.
I heal your wounds.
I do remember how to grapple onto a foe because they don't have that button in Elden Ring, so there's no new button to learn
Sense another presence.
or to forget.
Mighty beast. Not the will. A survivor.
Goblin falls. Strike now.
Right this way.
Yeah.
Come, master.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, word. Alright, so I have Skyward Lash on that
Strike it
button.
when it alights.
Slay them before they can use their voice.
Did it.
Arisen. We have triumphed.
There should be way more of those
Made a
things.
shambles of this place. This way.
Tis far stronger than a common goblin.
We'll rout them in a single charge.
Even numbers. A weakling is a weakling still.
Now, attack!
A hobgoblin arisen. Be wary. There, master. Snow harpies. I grant
I'll
you
provoke
fire's
it.
blaze. Don't let them drag you off.
Okay, that cinematic is actually really annoying.
Let's make use of these explosives.
I was gonna do that. Hold up, I got it.
Strike, lest the harpies hates fire.
Beware the harpy storm.
Oh,
I'll strike with
Now,
fire.
attack!
Covered. We have triumphed.
There, master. Snow harpies.
I heal your
I'll
wounds.
One more.
provoke it.
Fall beast.
Slay them before they can use their voice.
Set its wings ablaze.
Our goal is ahead.
Burn them to ash. I grant you fire's blaze. Now.
alright.
Let's join them. Burn their wings.
Let's hasten to the dragon's roost.
We have triumphed.
Arisen! This way, sir!
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
The worm awaits beyond, sir.
Feel it close.
I should be
by,
proud to
Arisen.
guide you.
Stay ever
You
ready.
should be.
We've hidden away here, for fear of the beasts all around.
Let's have a look.
Arisen!
It's upstairs.
This way, sir!
Hold up, I wanna go up there. I've never been up there during the intro. And I'm not coming back to the intro ever again in my life. Okay, I can't get up there. I don't think.
We cannot
Our
send
army
the
is
worm to
routed.
work any further at all.
This plain.
Alright, so Chimera. To beat a Chimera, it's pretty self-explanatory. Go for the tail first. Chop the tail off. Using slash damage usually. Or with.
That will still the lion's head.
Alright, let's pretend we know how to grapple things.
Awaken.
Slaying the goat will seal the beast's magic.
Such a beast.
Oh, I can't drop. I can't roll. I just have to. There we go. I'm gonna get you, C's.
I'll scale it. Strike while it's distracted. I will protect you.
A snake is done.
Now, attack.
Now once the snake is cut off, you go for it.
We've the advantage. Keep it up.
Now, focus your attack.
So you get a damage modifier while you're mounted, by the way. So even though it may seem more intuitive to stay on the ground and spam abilities, unless that ability is like antler toss, you're almost always better off. Alright. Mounted.
Now, focus
And that's going to be doubly so against this lion. Now he's going to roar and knock me off, but I have fire on my sword now, so
I'll finish this.
and really, it's really going to come down a lot more to the
I'll attack the lion's head. No, they hold the advantage.
you want to use high damaging moves here because you can and will deal 0 damage. However, in a particular case like mine where I do have fire on the sword, fire I think is this guy's weakness, so I should be able to... Alright, never mind, I no longer have fire on the sword. So, like I was saying the first time, we're going to look for a more damaging attack like Blink Strike.
Continue the attack.
The lion fears magic.
The most damaging attack I can use is this Hindsight Strike. However, I'm not exactly like,
Attack while I hold it.
yeah, I can't exactly I don't have the what you call it anymore. It was always hard to deal with these guys, especially when it comes to trying to counterattack them, like perfect counter them. And I definitely don't have the
Hit it with all your might.
do it again.
Continue the attack.
Don't let fear keep you back.
Yeah. And honestly, it's less DPS overall if you're relying on that.
Tis a troubling foe.
But anyway, the way this attack works,
This will restore a bit.
you can kind of sort of control where you're going if you just
And hobble it.
so I got a counter attack on it, which is why I got that slowdown.
Hit the lion with magic while it stops.
It's a cinematic slowdown, it doesn't actually slow you down.
Cannot take much more. I was clumsy.
Oh, I was trying to do it.
Oh, hold it. Continue the attack.
Do something. This is absurdly slow. Let me just kill it. Oof.
No, they hold the advantage.
So, what do you propose? Hit the lion.
Hey, as long as I'm flinching into the...
Beast and hobble.
Alright, heavy attack it. There we go.
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
Like, I'm not actually sure her 100 kisses was doing enough damage there, but... thing's dead.
Now choose, flee, or step forth. Take hold of what lies beyond. Claim mastery over the
Okay, so... to start with this Minmax, I'm going to make my Arisen a fighter and my pawn a strider. Pawn's going to spend the first 10 levels as a strider, then she's going to swap to a fighter. I'm going to spend the first 12 levels as a fighter, then swap to MK, so Mystic Knight. So, as you'd expect, a freaking dragon falls out of the sky. What that quote has to do with the game or the lore, I have no idea. Because to me it reads like, oh, you're playing a video game. Enjoy. Rawr. Hungry. Nom nom. Nom nom nom. Nom 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 nom. Waka 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 waka. Like Pac-Man. Pac-Dragon. Pac-Dragon. Alright. So, I am using my own guide, which I wrote years and years and years ago, and I've updated since in order to do this. Um, the reason is, oh yeah, okay, so I don't even know how big or taller I want to go. It doesn't really matter. I know until you get let's go short. No, I'm already have enough disadvantages. Let's go heavy as heck. Hmm. It's questionable, guys. Yeah, sure. I don't even remember what my old one was. I think it was Photon, right? Yeah, let's go max max. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Mm, where's the other guide that has all my stuff in it? That I just completely lost my my stuff. I used to have like characters that I already had pre-built and stuff. I don't have them anymore. Boss strategies. I wonder if I have it in a different file. Hold up, hold up, hold up. I probably do. Oh, this is. Hold up, let me pause this for a second. Alright, we back. Okay, I found it. It took me a long time to find it, but I found it. So, we go ahead and get this done. Yep. Okay, how do we do this? Hair 59. Face 44. By the way, I have no idea how long the stream is going to be, because when I stopped, I think it was at like 30 minutes, and now it's at 75, so I gotta do math. Oh, I need to change the size of the face as well. It says size 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, no, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how that works. Alright, it's 5. So this is such a detailed character creator. It's freaking awesome. Vertical 4 is good. Spacing 4. Size 3. Blood orange. I think this is blood orange. Yeah, that's close. Did I get both? Yeah, it did both. Cool. Brows. Number 8. Ocho. Here we go. Any changes to that? No. Actually, there are changes to it. So, like I said, even your everything is spacing. Everything is got something to it. Brow color doesn't matter because you do all the hair at the same time later. Nose 10. That's the right one. Vert size 5. Okay. Slowly starting to come into shape. Mouth 20. Vert 4. Ears number 4. Vert 2. Position 1. Alright, cool. Now we can go out to body stuff. So, body stature. Where is it? Height 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, oh, make sure makes sense that I'm max height. Weight 1. Alright, so I'm going skinny. Skin color doesn't matter yet. Okay. Musculature. 5. All the way up. Torso. 3. No changes to that. Arms 7. Legs 8. And this is all for a very specific cause when you're doing this. When you're putting in these numbers, it's to get something specific. Except for this one. This is just because reasons. As masculine as possible in this case. So stance is the only thing that really doesn't matter, but everything else matters. Alright. Features, scars. So there's no longer anything I'm doing. Okay, first of all, the body will affect your stats. All these things except for stance affect your stats, by the way. The way to explain it is that the smaller you are, like the lower your weight class, because it is split into categories based on your weight, the the more stamina you regain, the higher stamina regeneration, but the lower your actual maximum stamina is. The heavier you are, the more maximum stamina you have, but the slower you regain that stamina. Next, your height. The taller you are, the less likely you are to get drenched in water. It's not really a it's not a probability thing. It's a if it gets past a certain level on your body, you'll get drenched. So if you're a very short character, you're more likely to get drenched in areas like leading up to the water god's altar and all that stuff. Like there's certain puddles you can't run through without getting drenched. Um, it's that simple. Whereas if you're taller, honestly, just being tall has all the advantages. You're taller. Your striking range is longer, especially if your arms are longer. So arm length is a huge thing. That's why you want very specific arms. Let me keep going. Um, which was it? 27, right? Um, your walk speed, not your run speed, but your walk speed is faster. So when you run out of stamina and you need to start walking, that's faster. I imagine your jump height is higher, but I can't confirm that. Well, your overall, like you could jump in and try to grab something height, um, is higher. Um, so all those stats are extraordinarily important. You may think it's just a character editor, but it's actually like you're setting yourself up for a slight optimization if you do it correctly there. Oh, there we go. Now his character's starting to look good. As I completely shield his face with hair. Makeup 16. Royal purple. I think that was royal purple, yeah. I always go with this. And color adjustment. Hair color, brightest white. So this can't. Oh wow, that makes sense. This can change from playthrough to playthrough to me with me. I either go white or black, and it just depends on how I feel. I can't tell if that's more blonde or white. This is definitely white though. I'm going white with hair this time. Skin color. So let me move him back. For skin color, I go shiny black. Yeah, dark shiny black. Makeup color. I think makeup color isn't a thing. Yeah, I don't use any of the other colors. Cool. Is there any other version of the black that I can use? Yeah, all the other blacks are kind of like washed out. Yep, we'll go dark shiny black. So here's our character, height of 212, weight of 89. Should have a fairly fast stamina regeneration, which is ideal. This is an ideal archer build, by the way. If you're going to be a strider, a yellow build, a strider, an archer, an assassin, one of those, this is an ideal build for that. Add some weight if you want to be a warrior, or lose some height if you want to be a mage. But this is a good in-betweener for all three colors. It's ideal for yellow, but you can do the other things too. So, because if you were a super heavy mage, it would make your life extremely difficult. Well, not extremely difficult. It would just be very slow to regenerate your mana. Alright, so we can confirm all these changes. And I think we're at the 40-minute mark in real time as far as how long the stream's been going. Alright. By the way, my setup isn't in my guide, so it's in a backup of my old guide where I used to keep those kinds of notes about my personal stuff. Like, oh, if I create my character again, this where these are the settings.
Hear ye, hear ye. The prophets have spoken, friends. The dragon's return is nigh. Join the honourable Duke's ranks and help us be rid of the foul beast. The day's come to lay down rod and reel and take up the sword.
It's the dragon!
It's the dragon. Alright. Remember, I'm starting as a fighter. I can feel my ability to play Elden Ring slipping away already. As I play this more and more, I'm just going to get worse and worse at that game before DLC ever drops. But that's the perfect excuse for me to play a pure arcane build. Or, yeah, probably a quality build. Start with poison, move to blood, and finish with quality itself. Alright, let's see if we can... a little bit of muscle memory here. That was actually extraordinarily intimidating. Oh, I'm still using the wrong button. Yeah, let me get on your chest, bro. Alright. I'm only competent enough to get to the dragon's heart and cut at it. This is actually really good that I'm so unskilled right now, so rusty, because this is probably just slightly better than a brand new player would play. So I can really put my guide to the test for how well a brand new player would play this. Ooh, I should probably turn on subtitles. That's such a random explosion. Don't damage it, bro. Yo, when did he go to surgical school? Like, this man went through 5 years of surgical school to perfectly remove a heart without damaging it. With a nail the size of your head. Let's talk about it. Alright, so now we start the game properly. We're gonna have one more little cutscene where I get dragged into the hospital. Well, not the hospital, the village chief's. The village chief's house. First of all, he's still alive and should never be said about a man who's just had his heart magically ripped out. Literally in every other medium except for, what, One Piece and Dragon's Dogma, having your heart removed from your body is good game. Okay, I guess subtitles are on. You're going to regret that in about 12 hours. He's going to regret that, guys. He don't even know. We are scrubs who are min-maxing here. Alright. So we're starting this fighter. Have my weapon equipped? Yes, I do. Cool. Couple guys down. Okay, the most important thing you can do right here, right now. Well, sure. Pretty sure we're gonna have another cutscene. Pick up as many herbs as possible. Also, don't overlevel.
You are sure of this?
Yes.
Ill magic, the work of some curse. The whole world's already gone mad for fear of this dragon. Won't no good come of this? I must go see to the others, Kina.
Let's see.
Tell me if aught changes here.
I don't know if I want to play all the way to the end of part 1. Part 1 does involve a lot of stuff. Well, stage 1 involves a lot of stuff. Alright. Cool. Let's start Kina. Just in case.
I'm worried. The chief says if so, there must. There were others. The whole. Perhaps you might.
Okay. Nothing else to say to her. I'm still in the habit of talking to people over and over again, just because if you did in Elden Ring, you just didn't finish the mission. It was just a wrap for that. Alright, first thing we're going to do on our way down. I'm not sure if you can do it right now. I'm going to try. So this should be my crib. See if there's any curatives in here. There are not. Oh, yeah, there is. More importantly, the green rares. Into here. We're going to check out. Alright, so we want all of these.
Maker's greetings upon you. What can I do you for? As you will.
Let's see if we can withdraw. care about that stuff. So you could go ahead and make a decent set out of that stuff. But for now, let's just withdraw the swordsman's ring. I think this is actually stronger than what I'm wearing, at least. So. They're both armor.
As you will.
I might as well get the headpiece too, to go with it all. The only one that won't look silly is this.
As you will.
Alright. Oh yeah, you can do it directly from there too.
As you will. What can I do you for? Take care now.
So that'll upgrade my blink strike to burst strike real quick. Or blitz strike, excuse me. Now we'll get the best pawn in the game.
That man you are speaking with, he's of the... They come from some unknown place. Just not human, quite. They look the part, sure enough, but they lack the will, the spark. They have no capacity to feel nor act alone, so they live as sellswords. Myrmidons, they're called. There's an encampment west of the village where men gather to face...
So I'm trying to keep these episodes way shorter than the
I'd wager a fair number of his
Elden Ring episodes, just because.
Why don't you take him?
Before leaving, visit the store to make sure you've ample
Alright.
supplies.
You're on the squad now. Pretty sure. No, there's
Why not
nothing.
avail yourself of the inn to rest a while?
So let's go save Reynard real quick. And then we'll also kill a couple rabbits. I think it's like 5 rabbits right outside of town. So you don't want to overtrain here.
This path should see us there.
Oh my gosh, shut up. Can't even focus on killing a rabbit. Yep. That definitely messed my... I can catch a couple more on the way back.
Damned beast!
A goblin pack!
Didn't you already give me a tutorial? Why are you doing this? Bro, I don't have Dire Onslaught anymore. I'm trying to trigger Dire Onslaught and it's not working.
Shall we lend a hand? Goblins ill like fire!
Quite the fighter, eh? I'm cold, but thanks.
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
I fear this.
Probably the...
Go! goblin!
There we go. Again, don't overtrain. But I do want to finish that quest right now. Um,
We've arrived, Master.
so now that we're in the encampment,
Can you hear our voice? If memory serves. I know the way, Master. Follow me. It must be near.
just go ahead and accept everything on this notice board. There's no reason not to. And the reason you want to start by doing that is because you're going to get a Cyclops kill right now. Like, right now. Alright, anyway. And that'll save you some time getting more kills. If I'm not mistaken, there's usually some useful stuff around here. War Bugle. Let's go oil. So we do need to collect like 50 of these things. The War Bugles, that is. Heartsplit sauce is extraordinarily useful. Liquid Vim is extraordinarily useful. Gather. Alright, cool. So we can speak to do.
We can see. Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today?
I don't have any foreign knives yet, right? Most of my curatives are useful. I'm probably never going to use interventive though, unless it cures blindness.
What will it be today?
Let me check that again. Nope, doesn't cure
What will
blindness.
it be today?
I'm never going
Have
to
your
use it.
pick. Any you like. Come again soon.
Blindness is like the one thing that really, like, torpor is bad, but they're both really bad, but blindness really, really irks me.
A riftstone. A strange power emanates from within.
Well met, Arisen. Can you hear our voice? We speak to you from across great distance. The Born Legion has awaited you. Pray, forgive this strange and impersonal greeting. This rift serves as a gate. It connects our kind to your world. It opens to the Arisen, for they possess a will powerful enough to guide the Legion. If you would claim to be among the Arisen, prove the strength of your resolve. Very well. Then we
Do you
shall
not know
guide
I'm an Arisen by the fact that you're talking to me, calling me Arisen?
You are an Arisen in truth. This humble task will prove no obstacle.
Okay, I guess they just want to prevent any more
The Arisen must possess
Edmund Dragon's Banes from happening. I'm not going to spoil that for the people who've never played this game before. If you're just watching this as a Let's Play.
tireless spirit of self-improvement grants the strength to lead the Legion.
Yeah, I'm going to try not to spoil the story.
Show it now.
I have a really bad habit of doing that, especially with Elden Ring. I just spoiled everything that was going to happen. But the problem with Elden Ring is, I'm not going to say it because you guys are not expecting it, actually. I'm not going to say it.
Hurry!
There's a reason that it just makes sense to spoil Elden Ring stories, though. First of all, they don't really tell you what the story is. You just wake up and as you complete every storyline, certain things happen, like, repeatedly. And you're just like, why does this always happen? I'm not going to spoil any more about Elden Ring for you guys. Can I move myself? No, I can't. All the little details. See that mark on his forehead? Oh, yikes.
They're a threat when well unified.
Oh, should probably be slightly more careful. See, if I was nice at this game still, I'd be able to get right on him and cut his freaking tusk off.
I grant you fire's blade. 'Tis a troubling foe.
And also in with stuff like that. Because I'm trying to.
Take my fire.
Alright, we'll do it the hard way. Or, not the hard way, but the long way.
Their kind hates ice and fire both.
You think so? Can I?
They're a threat when well unified.
Just want to cut your tusk off. For a freebie.
Fire. It cannot move with one upon its leg. It's fallen.
No tusk for me. That sucks. I wanted that tusk.
Was a close scrape that. Let us return to the encampment.
Where is his body? Here it is. Rugged bone. Make sure you always pick up whatever you can.
Times are hard.
Because
Or these
Sir Jet. You have the coolest name. Sir Jet. Alright, inside the encampment we go.
We've done as asked. Let us go and give word of it. Set out from here and we'll be on the path to Grand Sorin.
Yeah, let's just store some stuff.
Have your pick. What will it be today?
I'm not worried about anything like that.
What will it be? Have
Okay.
your pick. Come again.
Oh, I can learn new skills here, right?
Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today?
So, my primary goal here is to kind of,
What will it be?
I don't have enough discipline anyway. We'll come back to that later. Alright, cool. Let's talk.
Your trial is complete. You are the Arisen in truth, proven beyond any doubt. Now,
I didn't even get a tusk. How am I in Risen Truth?
the journey ahead. They shall serve you and you alone, to share in your hardships and aid you in every endeavor.
Alright. I think you start by modifying them, right? Modifying their looks. Yes, you do. So, let's do the same thing I did last time. So, let me go find my stuff real quick. Um, Same as last time. Hopefully I get it right. Because I don't know which one I'm supposed to follow in order to get the correct. Let's not. That's fine. I don't think it really matters. This looks reasonable. Alright, so face. Actually, hold up. Okay, there wasn't one. I thought there was one that I can use. But anyway, preset faces, it's going to be face number 4. Why are you telling me this? I've done this before. Just pick face 4. Hair 43. Oh no, this is Saber, isn't it? I don't want Saber. I want something different. What does hair 57 give me? Something else I don't care about. Alright. I gotta go find the inputs for Madeline real quick. Well, let me finish putting in the inputs for Altria, because I'm not too upset with that. Or actually, I'll use Atlanta as my starting point. So face 2. Well, it doesn't really matter which face I pick. Yeah, all that doesn't matter because it's all going to change. Stature matters. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Weight 1. Muscle. That's skin color. Don't care about that. Build muscles 1. Bust level 5. We go big bust around here, boy. Torso 9. By the way, this is all purely what's the word for that? It's not purely aesthetic, but it's very aesthetic. It's much more focused on the aesthetic look than anything else. So unlike with the character, my main character, this is mostly about, like, this is slightly for the stats, but also didn't go as big and long as it could be because that would look really weird, right? So yeah, the arms are pretty long, but they also still look feminine. That was kind of the point. Legs 3. Stance. Posture 3, stance 1. Maximize late likeness there. Okay, cool. And now we gotta go to actually find Madeline. Somebody built a how-to on how to do Madeline's face. Hopefully it's still on Wiki. If not, I'm gonna be sad. Ooh, it's not on Wiki. We're in trouble. I don't know how to rebuild Madeline's face without without those settings really ready to input. Hold up, I gotta pause the stream again just so that I can have time to actually look it up. Okay, that was quicker than I expected. Cool. Shout out to wiki user. Actually, let me get his actual name. Montreal Manu. Montreal Manu or Manu. His blog has everything in it. So let's go back to faces. It's going to be face 4. Hairstyle 22. Face shape is going to be 01 with no adjustments. Eyes are going to be 01 with adjustments. So vertical is going to be right there. Spacing is going to be right here. Size is going to be 4th. Brows. I'm going to go with 35. They're already there. But the vertical positioning needs to be 4th. Spacing needs to be 5th. Brow color needs to be... Select the after hair color. Well, alright, we'll come back to this. So, nose. Number 4. Vertical position in the middle, check. And so is the size, so that's all good. Mouth. Mouth 2. Vertical position in the middle. Ears. 01, as long as they're not elf ears, it doesn't matter. Fair. Alright, stature, don't care. I'm not going to change her physical stats because those matter too much. But her features. Scars 1. Wrinkles 1. Makeup. One. Wait. I'm so confused. Oh, makeup 8. But then you want to change. Yeah. Hair color is going to be 8 down, third across. Skin color is going to be 1 down, 4 across. Yeah, that's what he's working on. Makeup color is going to be the 8th down and the 3rd across. 2, well, 8 is just all the way down. 3rd. And then eye color is going to be 8 down, 4 across. Alright, cool. Now, in this particular case, I'm not going to go with that exact color. I'm going to go with more of a greenish color here. For personal reasons. Is there a better green? No, that just looks weird. Yeah, we're going to go with more of a greenish color. Alright. And last thing we need to do is go back to eyebrows and set the eyebrow color up. And the eyebrow color was supposed to be 2 down, 2nd down, and 5th across. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Cool. And that's how you make Madeline. And again, shout out to let me go back and get his name one more time. Montreal Manu from the Dragon's Dogma wiki for putting that together and having that available for a quick wiki search. Cool. We'll confirm that. And after I'm done making this pod, so and this part is in my guide as well. There are 3 questions you need to answer, I think. A decent set of answers for any type of pawn you're going to make is going to be for the four questions, excuse me. The first answer should be quick thinking. Second question should be strike the strongest foe. Third answer should be leave them to me. And your last answer should be a majestic white steed. Alright, so what does that give us? That gives us challenger, good, because if you're starting off as a mage or a bow or a strider, that would be really great for you to have a challenger who would want to go after the main villain or whatever. Looks like we get some utilitarian points. Looks like we get some scather points. Challenger goes after the ranged villains. Scather goes after the big guys. Mitigator goes after the small guys. Those are all 4 of the main things you want to go for, honestly. And then it lowers your Nexus, which is great because you don't want Nexus at all. Lowers your Medikit because you don't want Medikit for the most part. Inquisitor is kind of high. Pioneer is kind of high. How you feel about that is meh, but honestly, you're answering 4 questions and getting... I don't know what's going to be primary, secondary. Just based on this graph, it looks like Challenger is going to be primary. That's pretty much... And then Skate is going to be secondary. That's a pretty good start. She's starting a Strider, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yep. Cool. Now we have a pawn.
Our fealty is sworn to you, Arisen. From this day, the Legion's men called live and die by your command.
So how do I have like 10 of these guys kneeling in front of me and then I can only take 3 of them on a mission with me? That's kind of garbage.
I've learned of beasts.
All right. So Sir Byrne is going to detour us when we walk outside, but before we do that, we can go get one more pawn.
A strange power emanates from within.
So that's what I'm gonna go do.
Is everything in order, Master?
Wait, you're on my favorites? Huh, interesting. Do I still have my old favorites list? Looks like I might. Oh, it's only online data. Looks like I still have all my old favorites list though. I don't know where Nicholas is from and why he can, well, why I can see him. All right, but cool. We gonna see. So I'm gonna call it a wrap for right now. Um, because the beginning of next episode, we're going to go straight to Bid Black Isle and get a couple things, especially the Ring of Perseverance. That's going to be extraordinarily important for making sure that we can get all the stuff we need to get during this Minmax run. There's also going to be a couple of goodies that we can pick up along the way as well. A couple foreign knives. One of the chests has a lift stone that we need to get out, but that's just for there. Chest 8 has a wooden wall, which is nice. Chest 10 has a reinforced longbow, which is nice.
A riftstone. A strange power emanates from within.
Let's see. Chest 2 can contain a giant coin pouch, which has 10,000 gold, which is nice. I don't know where to get the Moonbeam Gem. I think you get it from the, yeah, I don't know where to get the Moonbeam Gem. We'll find out. We'll find out later. But, until then, peace and chicken grease. I've been me, you've been awesome. I'm out. And keep coming back because I was a slow start this time just because I had to mourn my losses and also get this new character up to date, get all these character things started. But as far as the set